over half of the world's population claim to have seen a ghost. We spend our lives studying the unexplained.
Did you hear that?
Travelling to the most haunted locations around, we have unearthed terrifying secrets and witnessed horrifying events, leading us to question what really happens after we die.
Get out!
If there is a spirit world connected to our own, using the latest technology, we believe that bridge can be documented, measured and explained. We are the Paranormal Detectives. Join us in seeking the truth.
We're all good now.
We're all good. Right guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight we are at Awesome Source in Shifnal. We're with Fran from Morris & Anderson Paranormal. It's actually her shop, and tonight she's very kind enough to let us investigate. So I know nothing about this sort of haunting that happens here, so could you tell us a little bit more about...
Okay, there are 3 spirits that I'm aware of that are regular visitors to this shop. You have a middle-aged woman named Rita, who likes to play tricks on people. She likes to move things. She's more of a kind of poltergeist than anything else.
Okay.
You've got a small boy called Henry, who's around 10 years old. And recently I've had quite a few clients that have seen his face appear and him just disappear as fast as he appears.
Right.
And there's also a more regular and more recent spirit that's not human.
Okay.
It's a dog.
Okay.
Because this place, going back kind of 15 years ago, was a dog groomer's, and what made the dog groomer quit was she had a dog die on her, and that dog has never left the building.
Right, okay. So what sort of, going through all these stories then, so what sort of dog are we, do we know what type of dog it was?
I'm not entirely sure on the breed. I know it's a medium-sized dog. Sometimes you'll be sat behind the desk late at night and it's like something just brushes against your leg.
So just behind here,
yeah.
And you'll feel it brush and sort of come past you?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool, very interesting. With Henry, so he's a young boy, about 10 years old, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, when we've done Ouija Board sessions with Morris & Anderson, we've dated him. He's about 10 years old and died in kind of the 1800s, about 1860 something. 1860,
okay. Yeah. So tonight then, maybe if we try a Ouija board or a different type of experiment, we've got information we can try and go by from there. You also said that his face was appearing.
Yeah, because he likes to play hide and seek with people. His favourite place to appear is by the mini fridge over here.
Okay.
He'll just kind of appear for, it's like a split second, you'll just see a young boy's face and he's gone again.
So just an instant sort of flash.
Yeah.
Gone, and then, right, okay. Very, very strange. So potentially could set up a camera. Well, we haven't quite decided. We've only just walked in, haven't we? So yeah. We'll decide where the cameras are going to go shortly.
I think possibly a locked off camera facing that way is definitely a good idea if that's been seen there.
Yeah.
And one thing you might want to be aware of is we are across the road from Nell Gwyn's, which
absolutely
is
amazing
the
building.
most haunted building in Shropshire.
Ah.
So there are theories that the ghosts from the building wander across the street and into other buildings.
I did say, didn't I, on the way here, like how impressive that building looked. I wasn't aware of. I don't know Shifnal that well at all, to be totally honest.
Yeah, because that building has its own interesting history. It's named after Nell Gwyn, who was King Charles II's mistress.
Right.
She was a prostitute, and she was said to have died in that building, and her spirit is meant to reside within those walls.
Okay.
And we've actually caught her on Spirit Box in here before as well.
Right.
I suppose the close proximity of the buildings, they would have been wandering around the streets, and it was
yeah
could come within these walls as well.
Yeah.
Potentially. So
because I don't even know really when this building was originally built. There are pictures from it from 1960s and from 1898.
Right, okay.
Those are the oldest pictures.
So it's got a fair bit of history itself, hasn't it?
Yeah, so it must have been. Do we know what else it was in the past? Obviously, you mentioned it was a dog groomers before. But...
Yeah, I think in 1898.
Have you got like a cuckoo clock or anything?
No.
If there was a cuckoo clock, I would imagine it would go cuckoo.
No, that sounded. It sounded like in two cups jangled together, two porcelain cups.
Yeah. You do get a lot of odd noises in
Yeah.
the treatment room when you're in this room,
That,
and vice versa. You'll be in the treatment room and you can hear like someone's walking, pacing up and down in reception when there's no one here.
that literally sounded like somebody was bringing 2 cups through, Paul, and just, you know, they jangle. It literally sounded like right behind me then. That was strange.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So as we were saying, so before when it was dog groomers, do you know of any other sort of previous history it may have been, or?
I believe it's been
And I just heard the duck.
it's been a bric-a-brac shop, it's been a confectioner's, it's been
Sorry,
a
I'm almost
shoe shop,
positive that door just knocked as well.
and it's been a convenience store. I
Okay.
think that's what it was in sort of 1898.
Right, and that's how
And
potentially.
Originally, this shop was combined with the shop next door.
Right. Okay.
Not sure when it was split into 2.
Okay. So that adds like a deeper element then, just in case, you know, we don't know what the history of that shop may have been as well.
Yeah.
Previously, so there's that to consider as well. That's quite cool. And I believe there is something I do know from something you posted the other day. There's a door that moves apparently
Yes.
as well.
I think that's the one.
yeah,
I think it may have just
the
done
one
that.
leads to the toilet. It frequently rattles as if something is trying to get through. You'll get that kind of.
I think that's what
Literally
it is.
like that as well.
It is literally like that. It is as if something is trying to rattle it and come through.
Okay, that'd
There's
be
a-
unnerving.
There's a couple of theories behind it. Either there is an existing portal there,
Yeah.
and something is constantly trying to come through, and then there's other people saying because of how I've painted the door,
Yeah.
I may have created a portal.
Well, like they didn't sort of. They don't like what you've done with that.
Yeah.
And therefore.
Could be, but
Okay. And have you ever seen the handle sort of move as well, or is it just the rattling sound?
it's just like the rattling sound, and it's quite. I mean, that door when you rattle it, it doesn't just spring open. But there's been times where
I was going to say it.
I've been locking up at the front, I've turned round and the door's sprung open.
Oh, it's actually open, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
And there's no, because I don't know the building, there's no windows or anything, obviously.
There is a window back through there.
Yeah.
There is
okay.
like a slight draft from there, but it's not enough that would cause
To push that
door to rattle quite
Right.
vigorously.
Okay. Okay.
Excellent.
Makes sense.
Sounds like it could be a good night.
Yeah. And sorry, finally, Rita, the middle-aged lady,
Yes.
as well. What's the sort of story that happens with her?
Yeah. She tends to sort of like pop in here. When she comes through, you can smell a floral scent.
Yeah.
It's like she wears like a rose perfume.
Okay.
We think she sort of is from the same sort of era as the boy Henry,
Okay.
but they're not related.
So that door just done that?
They are connected to
Doing
the
that.
building. Yeah, it's rattling. It's if you talk about Rita, she has a tendency of
So you think it could be Rita that's actually rattling the door?
yeah. Rita does tend to interact with you if you are talking about her.
I'm sure that's what I heard while we were talking in here behind me.
I've just seen that.
And there's
Really, as well. That's
absolutely
literally just done
no
that.
draft or nothing in here.
Oh wow, okay. So potentially Rita could be causing that. The boy out there, Henry.
Yeah.
We've got Henry the doll with us tonight, so maybe we could link that. See if he plays with the doll.
Excellent.
Right, well thank you very much, Fran.
Yeah,
That's
thank you
brilliant.
very much. And we'll let you know how we get on. Also, I'm just going to go up and say, unfortunately, Stevie Wonder is not for sale. Cheers.
Right guys, so we're just about to start tonight's investigation. Fran has now left us, so we're here for the night and by ourselves. And about to start the investigation with, I believe, the Ouija board.
Yep.
We've decided to do this on the main sort of area of the shop, really. And obviously, with what Fran was saying earlier, they had some results with the Ouija board previously, so hopefully we'll be able to capture something on here tonight. We have set up some locked off cameras. It is quite a relatively small location, so we've only got a few locked off cameras, and we've tried to keep them quite apart so they don't interfere with each other. But we do have a locked off camera just in the corner that is actually pointing on Elizabeth and Henry. So we've set up Elizabeth and Henry, and we've also popped the REM pod just next to them as well. So it was So it was in that corner earlier. Fran was talking about Henry, the young boy that's been seen there. So if he has been seen there before, potentially he might want to go to one of the dolls, interact with one of the dolls, maybe set the REM pod off at the same time. You never know. Just behind us, we've set off another locked-off camera, so probably won't be able to see from where you're sitting there.
Just about see it.
Oh, you can? Excellent. And that will be just pointing directly towards us in here, so if anything is caught, you know, that's an extra backup camera there. And we may get the spirit of the dog. So this is actually where the dog is, where I am, supposedly according to Fran there. So fingers crossed. Interesting to note, as soon as I said that, I've just had a blast of cold air on my right arm.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, almost enough to create goosebumps. No real reason to do that otherwise. That's probably the first draft I felt all night, but that was like a tunnel of air almost. And I'm still kind of feeling that actually, which is a bit weird. If we just grab the K2 and just see. Yeah, of course. That is quite strange.
When we took the baseline readings, there was a lot of electrical interference.
Yeah,
so it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's kind of been like this since we've got here, so we're going to assume it's probably just the baselines of the place, to be honest. But very weird with the air. Just come here a second, just see if you can feel it yourself, because I can. It's kind of around here. Just pop your hand there.
Oh, there. Sort of feels warm, cold.
It's literally like a cold.
But I would say it's a cold spot. To me, it doesn't feel like a breeze. It feels like a cold spot.
See, it's felt like a breeze to me. But that's, again, first time we felt it all night. I haven't felt anything since. Very weird. And it's on my elbow as well, which is really peculiar. But yeah, we've got a locked-off camera there looking into us. So hopefully that'll back up anything as well. And just in the other room there, where the tattooing happens, we have got another camera just pointing at the doorway. So that is the doorway which does move on its own. Now, earlier today, just after Fran left us, we've just had a bit of scoping out the place, setting the cameras up. Again, we did hear what sounded like movement with the door when Fran was here, and we did also hear a bit of movement earlier on as well, and that door has moved. We both have seen it. Upon further investigation, we've gone into the little bathroom that's there. There is a window, but we've both checked that out. There's no open windows there, and there's no draft that we could feel. So the movement of the door so far is a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's actually a curtain as well by the window, and there's no movement to the curtain either.
Curtain hasn't moved yet.
We've actually walked up and down, heavily footed, trying to make the door move, and we haven't managed it, have we? So
the only thing we've achieved by that is moving the little bits and pieces around the door, but not the actual door.
Yeah, gently rocking. But so there's definitely something unexplainable about that door. I cannot work that out.
So hopefully, if that does happen again, I mean, we'll probably hear it. And it seemed to react earlier when we were talking about Rita. It seemed to move then at that point. So who knows? But there's a locked-off camera facing that door as well, so hopefully that will also capture anything that might happen. But yeah, I think tonight then we'll start with the Ouija board. Let's see if we can pick up any spirits, potentially anything that M&A also caught previously as well. So, did you want to lead the board or?
Yeah, I can lead the board if you want. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Right, let's head to the Ouija board. We're here tonight to make contact with any spirits that reside within this building, or any spirits that visit this building. Please come forth and speak to us using this Ouija board. Can we move the planchette to spell out your name or any other message you may have for us? And that's probably totally subconscious. I'm looking through that doorway. I feel like there's someone stood the other side, just behind the wall.
What, looking into this area?
Just
or...
listening to us.
Okay.
I almost feel like I can see a shoulder moving every so often. Weird. Probably totally subconscious, but just...
Yeah.
My name's Nathan. The man sat opposite me is Brian. You could come and spell out your name for us. We could talk.
That to me looks like a W.
W, yeah. Right, we have W. Can you take it to another letter of your name, please? Or whatever you're trying to spell out.
That has gone to a letter, but I can't actually see it. Do you want to zoom in on it?
It's
because of the shadow.
I'm trying to see. So U. W U. W U S. W U S. No, I'm sticking to the table. W U S G. Wusk. Okay, we're struggling to understand your message. Footsteps.
Here's some sort of noise. Where did you hear it from?
The other room. Is that where you heard it from?
I think so, yeah. If that was you, can you come forward?
What's that, mate? G.
G. Come on, spell a message that we can make sense of. GP.
As a doctor.
Maybe.
Maybe this place.
Were you a doctor? Are we talking to a doctor?
General practitioner, that's well, isn't it?
Yeah.
R. What's that?
I think it's an I. Yeah, it's an I.
G again.
Rig. H. Don't say anything.
T.
Right. I asked if it was a
Oh,
doctor.
I was going to say rigger when you said rigger. I'm so shit my English is. Honestly, when you said don't say anything, I was thinking, what, rigger? Right.
So we're talking to a GP.
So you asked if it was a GP. You said, is it a doctor? And it's
Rather than say to yes or something, it says
right.
It says right.
I'm presuming
It's
that
still going.
would
Actually,
mean yes.
I think that's an R again. Or have I just completely misjudged that?
What do you mean?
It's spelling the same out.
Is that a name?
The way it's spelt, I would say no. Does it mean right as in
Well, you would think right.
look right? Do you know what I mean? Like,
You or me.
well, I don't know. Do you mean that you're a GP, or do you mean that you're on our right? Like, look right. What do you mean, please? Can you just confirm? Go to yes if you're a GP.
GP Right? To me, that sounds like a name. GP Right. That almost sounds like GP Right. That sounds like a name to me. You know, in the olden days, it'd say like, I don't know, sort of...
Hold on.
P.L. Smith or something like that.
No.
No. Yeah, but is that no to you saying look right, or me saying it's your name?
Alright, let's ask what one... I think the latter.
No. Is your name GP Right? I'm facing you and I'm missing the board here. So what the bloody hell could GP Right
So,
mean?
in that case, do you mean that you are a GP and you were saying right as in yes, I am a GP?
Are we missing something here?
Do you mean that you're on our right? Then please tell us what you mean.
Are you righteous? Sound like a dog to you?
Fuck off, mate. That was
Mate,
fucking,
that sound like a dog
that
squeaking.
was a fucking dog.
Mate, look at what I've got goosebumps.
I've got fucking goosebumps as well.
Mate, that was a fucking dog squeaking. And again. Oh man, I've got proper goosebumps. That was a dog. Sounded like it was right round our knees.
It was like it's whimpering.
Yeah.
I hope that's caught that. It's just put no again. No what? No, that wasn't a dog. Or no. No, it wasn't a dog, or no, you can't tell us what you mean. Can you please tell us what you mean by right? That's proper shook me up.
That's
not shook me
squeaking.
up because it's
not scary. Well, it's
not
scary, but it shocked me. That was like a proper dog whining round
Can't tell us what it means.
our knees.
You just keep saying no now. So does this mean we're going to have to end communication with you because you're not going to tell us anything?
Can you say anything other than no?
So this is your very final chance now. If you have anything to say, or if you want to finalise anything and tell us anything before we end communication, now's your chance to do it.
Right, I'm going to shut this board down and say goodbye. Thank you for your communication.
Right. Okay, so just on the Ouija board in there, we've had some quite cool words. Nothing really that overly makes sense apart from GP, and then the word right as soon as we mentioned or asked the question, are you a GP? Or were you a GP? But that didn't seem conclusive still, did it? Which is a bit strange. No. It kind of repeated itself, and then when we asked for further confirmation, it just kind of didn't answer us and kept going to the words no. So that was quite strange to see the words no, but I think without a doubt the weirdest thing in there, just that, and I hope the cameras picked that up, the sound of a dog whimpering at both of us, which... 3
times. It whimpered twice near you and then almost felt like it sort of ran round towards me and whimpered at me.
Honestly, that's took me off guard tonight. It's not horrible because it's a dog, isn't it? But it
sounded in pain.
I don't know. It didn't sound happy. It sounded like, you know, potentially someone who's missing its owner, or I don't know. Just.
I think we're both animal lovers, and that's upset us a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I didn't like that. But what we thought we'd do is come into this area now. So we're by the door. We're going to.
We have actually just heard that go again, haven't we?
Yeah, we did.
When we were literally sat there thinking, where do we go next? What should we do next? And then we heard the door rattle, so we thought, why not come over?
So we're going to see if we can communicate with anyone here, and hopefully we can get some further answers, some names maybe. So here it goes.
Door's just gone again behind you.
So hopefully again that would pick it up, but just for the record, all I did was move.
Just stand further back so I'm trying to get more of the door.
I'm not able to replicate that sound. That door does not move. So, very weird. Right, we're here tonight to investigate the stories of the paranormal. Now, my name's Brian and this is Nathan, and we've come here to meet you. Could you please tell us your name? Is the spirit of Rita with us? Or the spirit of the young boy Henry?
Is there anybody here with the name G.P. Wright? Door's just gone again. Did you hear the door?
Yeah. Do you know, there's nothing through that. I don't even think we use it.
Okay. Right.
We're missing.
Has anyone here with the name G.P. Wright? Can you move that door for me? Come through the door for us.
Come on, GP. Show us what you can do.
Rita, if you're here, do you want to come through that door?
That's just gone backwards and forwards.
Don't know if the camera will pick that up.
Probably won't. Come on, Rita.
Are you capable of knocking on the door for us? If you knock on the door, we'll open it and let you in. Wow, there was a weird light anomaly then.
Was that?
Come from the door, I think.
I'm going to bang on the door. I just want you to repeat it. So Fran reckoned earlier like this could be a portal.
Yeah.
What she was saying.
Did that handle just move?
The door
It sounded like the handle moved then.
I don't think whatever it is here is strong enough to move the handle. And yes, that is a challenge. Well, apparently you can move this door. Like that. Can you do it for us now?
As hard as you can for us. Just heard a noise behind me. I'm just going to have a look, you know, lots off cameras.
Yeah.
Just heard what sounded like a clicking noise. with Henry and Elizabeth. Don't think either of them have moved, but...
Got lots of camera rolling
Well,
anyway.
yeah, lots of camera will pick it up if they have.
Just in case, yeah. Henry, was that you that made the noise? Can you pick up one of the dolls for us if it was? Go and play with one of them. Or go touch the red light.
Go and sit with them.
Come on, come and show yourself to us. I've come to meet you today.
Please move that door for us. Open the door and let us in.
Do you want to move it for us if you want us to go? If that's a sign that you want us gone. We'll go if you can make it move a lot. Unless you don't mind us being here, of course. I'll tell you what, that everything else so far, I don't know, doors moving and it's a bit weird, but that dog's proper upset me.
That was so clear, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's actually upset me.
Right guys, I'm sat here now on my own. Brian's just gone to check the car, see if there's any dog toys or toys that we can use as dog toys as a trigger object. So yeah, somehow I've been left on my own again. Getting a bit sick of these lone vigils now. But yeah, I thought while I'm on my own, I'll keep the camera rolling and see if anything's more interested in perhaps approaching me while I'm here on my own. Still got old Henry and Elizabeth set up over there, as you can see. The REM pod, that's yet to go off. So be a bit freaky if it went off now on my own. Let's have a look in the back. See if I can capture this door moving on its own. The reason Brian's gone to look for the dog toy is, to be honest, that is the best evidence we've caught tonight. To be honest, it's some of the best evidence we've ever caught. It really is. It was so clear. It was unbelievable. So that's obviously an avenue we want to look into further. If there's anyone here with me, can you please move this door? You did it earlier on. Can you please do it again? Got my back to the door. Not going to cause you any harm. If you could knock or move that door, that'd be fantastic. Or knock or move that door for me, please. Do that with the door. Knock back on the door for me. Come on, knock back. Anything you can do for me to let me know that you're here, I'd appreciate. Would have also appreciated you doing it when Brian was here as well, because it's less creepy when someone's with you. Just imagine looking behind and seeing that fucking door handle go down or whatever. That would really freak me out. I think I'll be out of here. Bang, man. Come and speak to me. I'm here on my own now. All I want to do is chat. Just want to get to know you. You show me that you're here. I have to say, it seems quite quiet actually. We've had, like I said, we've had some activity, but it's been quiet since I've been here on my own. The weirdest thing was just that dog noise. That really was strange. Anyway, there's a stranger at the door, as you can see. Wonder if he's found a dog toy or not. Did you manage to get anything? Oh, awesome, we're in business. Here we go.
Yeah, so bit of an unusual technique now, you could call this, but the weirdest thing so far I would say that's happened, I think we're both in agreement, is going to be the dog sort of cry, or the, I don't know how, the whimper. We've both heard that with our own ears, so I've gone and retrieved a dog toy.
Oh mate, how adaptable are we?
Exactly. I never thought we'd be doing this on a paranormal investigation. However, why not? It technically would work, right? So if there is a dog here, they might wish to play, if they're the playful type. So
you realise you've got to make your doggy noises now and get them all excited.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? So
I'll film this section.
Yeah.
And you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Looking a bit silly. I'm going to stand right back here.
I'm just going to firstly just squeak it just to see if anything actually happens. But this is where it's meant to happen, right?
Yeah. I'm just going to come back through here. I don't know if you'll come out so the camera can pick you up.
Yeah, can do.
Right. Just because these cameras are quite close.
Did Fran say if it was like a boy or a girl dog, or?
I don't think she knew.
No, I'm just wondering if there was any names or anything that we.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. I'm just literally gonna squeak and be quiet and just see if we can hear the noise again. So.
Okay.
Come on.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams you'd be talking to an invisible dog?
No. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It really does.
But that squeaking we heard, mate.
But this is the thing, right? We go to places and speak to people that we can't see all the time anyway, so should this feel any more silly?
Exactly.
Although it does make me feel very silly, I'm not going to lie. Someone outside? Come on then, who's a good boy? Or a good girl? I don't know.
The bloke who's just pulled up outside is probably wondering why Brian is asking for a good boy or girl while squeaking. This is brilliant. This is YouTube gold.
Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously, if we don't gain a couple of subscribers through this,
no, we'll probably lose about it. We'll probably start losing them.
Yeah. We'll notice everyone turns off on the video right about now.
Yeah, most likely.
See if it'll put it on the floor. See if it'll move it.
Yeah. Go fetch. Good thing about that particular one is it's not an actual proper ball shape. So that's not just going to start rolling on its own.
No, that's true. I've just zoomed in on it. So if that does start moving on its own. And go get the ball.
I was wondering when you were going to start joining in. Thanks, mate. Go get the ball. Go on. Go get the ball. You squeak the ball. Nothing?
Doesn't seem to want to play.
No.
Right guys, that concludes our investigation at Awesome Source. It's been an interesting one. I think the strongest presence we've felt has actually been of an animal, of a dog. When we first interviewed Fran and she told us about Rita and Henry and the dog, we were very focused on Rita and Henry, weren't we?
Yeah.
As you would be, you know, the human aspect. But I think the strongest presence that we've picked up on is the dog. We've heard it squeaking right by our feet and by our knees, and hopefully the cameras have picked that up. You straight away, when sitting behind the desk, felt the coldness, as did I when I put my hand there. And I do wonder, with this door rattling the way it does, I do wonder, is that potentially a dog bashing against the door? I know, for example, my dog, when it lies against the door and its tail wags and knocks the door, it sort of gives that,
that's
that
a good
movement.
point.
And I do wonder if that is what's actually causing the movement to the door. I mean, to be as audible as it was, I think there must be quite a strong presence of the poor dog that lost its life here. Or perhaps maybe it's a different dog that just enjoyed coming here, I don't know. But that's definitely the strongest presence we've picked up on. However, we did get a GP right on the Ouija board. That's one we're going to have to look into. I'll speak to Fran about that and see if that brings any memories up, or perhaps she'll understand that, I don't know. And we're looking more into the history of that. But yeah, it's been a really interesting night, really interesting place. I've obviously been here before. This is where I got my tattoo done. Fran, she's an absolutely fantastic tattoo artist. To be honest, she's a fantastic person. We think the world of Fran, don't we? She's lovely. And we really, really appreciate the opportunity that she's given us in investigating this shop. And yeah, we'd love to come back in the future. And for those of you that are new here, please consider clicking the subscribe button. It really helps us out. For those that are continuing to watch, comment, get involved, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to us. We appreciate the support. Every comment is valuable. We love hearing what people are picking up on, what people are sensing, and people's opinions on what we're doing or what we should be doing going forward. That's the only way we can better ourselves, is with your input, so we really appreciate that. Anyway, on that note, until next time, keep seeking the truth. Good night.